What's up, everybody? Circus here, coming with a how to play against the meta series. People have been asking for this one recently, so we thought we'd start with the water deck because it's so hot right now. And I have Herf here with me because he loves hot things.
What's up, boys? How's it going, everybody? How's it going, Circus?
It's going pretty good. So we have what's a standard build right now, standard tournament build. Let's go over it real quick, and then we'll jump into a duel room and show you how to disrupt the water deck.
Yeah, so basically, Diva is going to special summon a level 3 or lower straight from the deck. Buzzsaw will just special summon a level 4 from the deck, including itself. You can do Buzzsaw or Angler. Angler can special summon itself from your hand if you have a face-up level 4. You have the Marksman, which can special summon another monster from the deck if it deals damage, as well as pop a back row.
Yep.
The Infantry pops a monster or a face-up. And then the attack squad just basically is a big beater. And then the tech choices are typically always Lance to protect yourself from disruptions. Canadia is a good form of disruption, otherwise people run more backer removal, stuff like that. And then Treacherous Trap Hole is just pop 2. And then the extra deck, you're basically going to be just playing this. So there's the White Aura Dolphin, Bahamut Shark, Dweller, which is pretty much always your standard turn 1 play, and it negates all graveyard effects. Hope Woven, which is basically just reduces your monster's attack so you can swing over stuff. And then this level 3 dude is somewhat less relevant, but it's still pretty good.
Level 3 lady.
Yeah, so basically, the biggest thing that this deck thrives off of is having a lot of like field presence very early, and then using that to exceed into Dweller, which becomes a pop and a negate. And so basically, the thing that allows them to get the most like field advantage is either Buzzsaw or Infantry. So if they normal summon Infantry, or if they normal summon Diva or Infantry, you always flip it down. Like their first, or not flip down. So you always negate their first normal summon. So if they normal summon Diva or Buzzsaw, you negate it. If they summon Infantry, you can wait for them to summon something else, otherwise you flip it down, because Infantry allows them to get another monster to the board, which allows them to get things rolling. So if they normal summon Infantry, just flip it down and they cry if they don't have Lance. Otherwise, normal summon Buzzsaw, you negate that. Basically just stop them from getting monsters on the field, and their deck really does not function in any way, shape, or form. So like Treacherous Trap Hole is super good versus this deck, because they can go like Infantry, summon Diva into something, and then you just Treacherous Trap Hole Diva and the other thing, and then they cry. So that's really interesting.
Alright, well, why don't we take a look at this then? So I have the opening combo.
You have the Wombo combo?
Well, I have the 1-card combo.
Oh my god, you have the Wombo combo.
I have the Fishinui. Oh, and I just drew another one. So here we go. I'm gonna.
Jesus.
I don't know what that set is, but I'm gonna summon out my Deep Sea Diva. I'm gonna say yes.
Right. Yes, and I will also say yes.
What?
And now your turn's over.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, it's really that easy to like play against it. Like, literally just like negate Diva or like flip down, and it's GG. But yeah, so I have 3 different kinds of back row that I can use.
All right. Let's see what happens.
So if you have this, if you just flip down Infantry and they don't have Lance, they lose.
Oh, I can't do anything else. All right.
Like that is such a huge choke point, is normal summon Infantry. Because if the Infantry doesn't go through, then like they can't Angler from their hand after they skill, so they can't do that. They can't normal summon Diva, get that kind of card advantage. They literally cannot add to their board, and they end on a really weak T set. So like,
yeah, this actually would be a good demonstration. What to do? Okay, so I've gone first. I have a decent sized board here, right? I have 1 set, and you have 3 sets. Let's go.
So basically, with my backer here, pretty much all of the sets that they play are either like Treacherous or Lance. Those are pretty much like the 2 quick plays they play now. So there are a few different ways that I can go about breaking this board, because I drew into something that I can use. So
all right, now I'm just gonna attack just because.
So what I can do now is that because I have multiple back rows, I can go for Raigeki Break
Mm-hmm.
to force out the back row. Because the back row has to be, they have to activate it or they lose it, and pretty much every time that they're going to use it. So now I can flip down the Dweller, and the Dweller is no longer a disruption on my turn.
Okay.
So like you have to either like directly hit the back row. So like MST could force out the back row as well, or like Cosmic Cyclone, something like that. And then they have to use it, and then they no longer have that kind of protection for your turn. And they lose like their biggest asset, which is their Dweller being face up. They really like to keep their Dweller face up. So if it's forced face down, either by like a karma cut on it, they could be forced to book themselves, or they could be like in this situation where I forced out the Lance. Now this is actually pretty easy to play into, if you think about it from your own perspective. If I'm playing pretty much any meta deck, I should be able to kill him from this perspective.
Right. You got one monster, 1400 attack, 1400 defense. All right. So I got a pretty good starting hand here. So I'm going to start off with the infantry, which will allow me... Ooh, delay. I wonder, does Herf have some kind of disruption? Going to the Diva. And then I'm going to bring out... so I'm going to try to put up a lot of pressure on... We got the Marksman here. And the reason I want to bring this one out is because if it does damage, right, you can summon another monster. Is that the deal?
Yeah, when this card... Okay, so when this card inflicts
damage
to your opponent, you can special summon one level 4 or lower Atlantean Sea Serpent type monster from your deck. So that can get your attack squad directly from the deck, which is actually super nice.
So you could go... Oh, what? Typically, you want to go into Abyss Dweller, right? Is that what they do?
Yeah, so you're going to go into Dweller off of Diva and Infantry.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a pop.
In theory.
As well as you'll have... Marksman will be lethal by itself.
Alright, so...
So, because he's attacking me with infantry, I really need to address the infantry. And so... I mean, I have cards that could have
just act like it's battle phase, Herf.
broken the board a long time ago, but... So I would probably just move to Treacherous, these two. Because I cannot let Marksman attack me. If I let Marksman attack me, I am dead. And he has Lance, which is pretty unfortunate for me. Which makes me, like, really regret not having done anything before.
This isn't an actual game, Herf. This is for educational purposes
literally,
only.
and now you can actually Dweller to pop my Fiendish.
Can
So I'm
I?
going to have to use all of my back row here in order to stop it at this
phase.
phase. Because infantry pops all face-ups.
Oh, there you go. Oh, geez. What do I pick? There's so many things. Let's go for damage.
You always go attack squad, and then... yeah, 2200. But, like, I don't die.
No, you dealt with a lot of it as best as you could.
Yeah, so that kind of shows you like what happens if like you allow them to set up, because like a lot of my back row, because I had Floodgate as well, if you do not disrupt them early enough in the combo, they will probably just kill you. All right, let's go.
Let's go. Thunder Dragons versus Water deck.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. I got all kinds of options.
Do your worst, pal.
Do your worst.
I actually drew like a nuts hand again.
Did you?
Yeah, you're
Like,
dead.
Nutso.
Pal. Yeah, you're dead.
Why? But why? That doesn't.
Because you're
sound
going
nice.
to die.
Am I gonna die until I'm dead from
Yeah.
it?
You're going to die until you're deader than dead.
Wow. We'll see.
Actually.
I'm gonna disrupt you as much as possible.
Nah, dude, you actually can't disrupt me. I'm actually undisruptible.
We shall see. All right.
Dweller pop plus attack squad, huh? Dweller pop plus attack squad. Okay,
Get
so
over
we
it,
draw.
buddy.
Alright, well,
Like, literally,
we're
get
just going to
over
Lupine here, Keck W.
Mm-hmm.
Lupine my roar from my hand.
Okay.
Banish my dark.
Now what?
What do you mean now what? Now we click yes. Smile.
What are you gonna do?
Just keep clicking yes. That's what I'm going to do.
All right.
Now I'm going to add my hawk. And I'm going to summon my roar. Now I just summon my roar. Actually roaring right now.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm given the opportunity to do something pretty interesting, given the fact that I actually don't know which way I want to do this. Because I could go for... Let's just go for M7, fuck it. Try to pop my M7, by the way. Just try.
I will decide what to pop here.
Just
sir.
try to pop my M7, pal.
Okay.
Alright, so he's going to attempt to pop M7. So the interesting thing about this interaction, because I drew DD Crow, is that because infantry won't be in the graveyard when the chain link resolves, it can't pop. So now
Nice.
he's left with nothing. And we can bounce that.
Oh.
Alright, what do you got? What do you got?
I got all kinds of stuff.
Okay, so he's gonna infantry plus markman.
That's right.
Nice, nice. Nice. Alright. You have your dweller. Nice.
All right.
Okay.
Play into that, Herf. Break that board.
Dude, I will certainly try. So right now I'm going to Cards of Consonance, my stone, which it feels pretty bad having to do that because, like, obviously my stone is about to get negated here in the end phase. But I can Sage here.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to force out your Dweller pop before the end of the turn, right? Because if I'm able to force the Dweller, I'm able to set my back row for free, because you're going to have to pop a monster.
Right.
Is essentially the idea here.
'Cause
So
right
if I
now
force you to
have-
pop a monster, you can't pop a back row, and my back row is
Yes.
going to win me the game.
Okay.
Now I'm going to summon my alternative by showing you that. So now you're forced to pop the alternative.
Yes.
Because if you don't pop the alternative now, I'm going to pop the Dweller. And I don't think you want me to pop your Dweller.
I don't.
It's actually what you're most afraid of.
Is it?
I think so. So now
It's the
I
one
can
I'm
set my
most
2
afraid
cards
of?
knowing that he will not pop them this turn. So
All right. Here we go.
now he's going to Diva. Diva. So we let Diva go through. And then on summon, of whatever he summons.
Okay.
We are going to now, because, so now since he has infantry on the field, we want infantry off of the field so he can't summon another Dweller. Or like another Dweller that has a pop.
Mhm.
So now we use our Treacherous. Because you can't add to the board. If I decided to Treacherous Diva and Dweller, then if you still had something in hand, you would be able to normal summon it and still summon. But now you don't have any summons. No summoning. You're going to be able to pop that, which is fine. You're going to be able to swing for what, 200?
Yeah, I mean, it's honest
Dude,
work. You know what I mean? It's
That's
honest
a
work.
lot of damage. And now I just win next turn.
It's honest work. It's hard, you know. It's not
No,
quick. It's not easy, but you'll get it done.
But now I just win. I reveal that. I summon this.
Do the thing.
And now because I saw a delay when I normal summoned, I'm going to activate my skill, Ultimate Dragon. And now since I have 3 blue eyes, I'm going to pop now to play. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm trying to play around Treacherous. So if he had Treacherous and he used it right there, I would be fine because I would be able to poly with the 2 blue eyes in my hand. And if he did not use Treacherous right there, like if that, I don't know if that set is Treacherous or not, but if it is Treacherous, now I have to make sure that I can fusion with all 3 monsters. So now I'm just going to go into my Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So in this
ultimate,
way,
what?
yeah. So in this way, I mean, you want to go into Neo Blue Eyes,
Right.
but because I played really well around Treacherous. Because if you would have Treacherous my alternative, which is a viable line of play, then I would just summon Twin Burst and swing. But since he didn't activate Treacherous, I just make sure I get my alternative off of the field and attack for game, only keeping 1 monster on the field so I don't
This
die.
man just went into ultimate blue eyes. Alright, so hopefully that gives you guys some insight in how to play against the water deck. Obviously, we can't do every deck. Everybody probably wants examples of every deck and how to play against water deck. But basically, it comes down to what? If you can, hit their normal summon.
Yep. And then make sure you minimize their back row as well as control the Dweller. Like their Dweller pop is like their most powerful like interaction in terms of like shutting off your grave as well as popping a monster is like super powerful. So if you can mitigate the power of that by using things like Book of Moon, forcing it in inopportune times, things like that, then you really just win.
Alright, so hopefully that gives you guys some idea on how to beat the water deck. We'll continue this series in the future, I'm sure, with other decks. So please let us know which ones you want us to do, and we'll do those, alright? So make sure you get in our Discord. You know why? Because it's free. Tournaments are free.
Yeah.
New player help like this is free. So make sure to get in there. We'd really appreciate it. We're going to get out of here. I'm Circus. That's Herf.
Peace.
We'll see you next time.